All right, welcome y'all to the Simplest Marketing Plan office hours for February 2023. This is the second one of the year and we are just getting started. As usual, I want to start with a couple of big ideas. And the first big idea is something that I read in a book that I have been reading this week. It's called The Smallest Lights in the Universe by Sara Seager. And it's a book by a scientist about her life. And just somewhere in there, she threw in, she's an astrophysicist, that momentum is a very powerful force. And I just love that. I grabbed it because what that means to me is that you have to show up in order to build momentum, number one. And that is my watchword for 2023, as many of you know, showing up. And you are here. There are 80 of you here. So 80 of you have shown up. That is awesome. And the other thing that I keep harping on, as many of you know, is that things take the time they take. And that's from Oliver Burkeman's 4,000 Weeks, which is another one of my favorite books. And so these two things together, showing up and things taking the time they take, is what builds momentum. You cannot have momentum without the time it takes to build the momentum. So I keep repeating this idea over and over because so many people are a little impatient, for good reason or not, and trying to rush through and make things happen. But if you just focus on showing up and building momentum every single day, I promise you, good things will happen. So that's the first idea. The other idea, also from this same book, is related to what I also keep harping on, which is the idea that your business is a laboratory for your personal as well as your professional growth. And what that means is you get to experiment and practice, and it keeps the pressure off, hopefully, if you really let this idea sink in. And so in this book, she said, and she's a scientist, remember, she said, scientists' greatest fear is not making a mistake, but missing the opportunities right in front of them. And so if your business is a laboratory and you are the scientist in that laboratory, then you should not be afraid of making mistakes. We're constantly making mistakes. Scientists love making mistakes. That's where they sometimes find their best discoveries. What we're afraid of is missing what's right in front of us. And I really think that when we get too self-critical and self-involved, we don't see what's right in front of us, which could be an opportunity, it could be a prospect, it could be anything. So again, just a reminder to open your eyes, show up, and do a little something every day. And that's the whole premise of the Simplest Marketing Plan. And we don't know what our potential is. Nobody knows what our potential is. So we just need to keep taking baby steps in that direction. The little idea, that was the big idea. The little idea is about making sure that you understand what I mean by the 3 marketing tools that we're focused on, which is high quality content marketing, strategic networking, and targeted outreach. What I want to clarify is the difference between content marketing and networking. The thing about content marketing and networking is that sometimes they both involve events. That is a common denominator. And that was the confusing point to this particular client who was thinking about speaking at an event. And so she said, well, that's networking, right? Isn't that networking if I go speak at an event? And I said, well, not exactly. To me, the networking is what happens before you speak at an event and after you speak at an event. Or if you're not the speaker, then what happens at the event? The speaking itself is content marketing. In fact, it is the most effective way of doing content marketing, whether it's a real live in-person event or a webinar or a video that you post on your own YouTube channel or on LinkedIn. Any of those things are really good ways to position yourself as an authority and share what you know, and especially what you know about what your clients and prospects need. So that is hopefully a little bit clearer about the difference between content marketing and networking. All right, I will see y'all next month, March 3rd. All right, bye y'all.